What's up, guys? This is Eric. Just wanted to give you guys an update. What's going on in the cryptocurrency world? Yeah, so here's the story. Don't buy graphics cards to mine with. Here's the do's and don'ts. If you're going to buy a mining rig and you're going to invest the money and you want your money to come back as quickly as possible, don't buy anything less than a 3090. And but what if you want to know what brand to buy, here's what brand I would buy and would not buy. I would not buy MSI products. Do not buy any MSI products as far as graphics cards. The reason why: graphics cards are designed for gaming and for other graphical intense programs that allow you to do art and stuff like that. Digital art and all that good stuff. So my thing is, these people here, like this guy, and of course Red Panda and all this guy here, son of a tech, all what seem to be pretty good guys to begin with. But what I don't believe what most of anybody of these people say, and most of them are pretty honest to a neutral way. Well, I'm going to tell you what's positive and what's negative. And specifically, if you're going to buy a mining rig, like I said, you need to buy 3090s. You need to buy a motherboard that accepts PCI Express, legitimate PCI Express cards, not micro, mini, whatever PCI Express slots. You don't need those. So I would say stay away from those cards. And stay away from motherboards that have the little tiny or whatever, the USB graph or whatever those things are. Like Red Panda here. Those, I'm in his title here, he says he's done with those mining boards. I would be too. They cost way too much money. You got to think about that. Look how many of those little tiny PCI Express slots there are. How many USB slot, or those little USB cards that you got to put down into there to make the thing, to put that many mining cards onto that one board? How many USB cables do you got to put onto those? How many power supplies do you got to put to make that thing run? Not to mention that you have to go out and buy, I don't know, it looks like you got to buy 3 24 port or 3 24 pin power supplies to put on that thing, it looks like. I don't know, that's just ridiculous. It's just absolutely crazy. Why would you do all that to deal with that? That's just unreal. Okay, I don't even have to do that. So I went out and bought the 360 D Plus BioStar rig. Got the 9900K CPU. Got the RAM, got the 16 gigs of RAM, the maximum it could take, and put it all on there, 500 gig hard drive, and let it run. Blazing fast processor and mining rig that I've ever seen. Super fast. It's great. So what I winded up having to do was take 2 Bitmain power supplies. I think they were $1,300 or 1,300 or 1,600 watts. For like less than $150 or $150, including taxes on eBay. Used, thank God, they were cheap. Anyways, so having to get 2 of those, and power this motherboard up and power the graphics cards. That all said and done was $8,000. $8,000 for all of that. Getting it, and then that's thermal pads, buying extra fans, and all that other good stuff. So at the end of it, asking the investor to buy half of my rig, which was going to be $4,000. Well, they didn't. They decided he didn't want to do it. I guess he still hasn't replied back. So at this particular point, I have no choice but to sell off the cards and sell the rig. It's not going to make me any money. Bitcoin is not going to go above 6,600 or 66,000 again. So what's not going to be this year. And if Ethereum gets their deal made by February or March next year, that's going to take the Bitcoin and it's going to crash. Ethereum's probably going to go up, but it's probably not going to be as exciting as what everybody says it's going to be. It's probably going to be a neutral thing. It's not going to make it worth more. And you people, including myself, who put a proof of stake into that company, Ethereum and Bitcoin, I'll be honest with you, it's not even worth it anymore. I wish I could literally cash out my stake right now, because I put $300 into it, and it's only made like $30 something, and it's been in there for over 6 months. It's not worth it. If my return was going to be in the thousands, oh yeah, baby, I'll be happy, but it's not. So I'm saying all this stuff for you guys to realize that none of this you should have just taken the money and invested it into something else. You should have bought yourself another car. You should have paid off your loan on the house. You should have taken the money and done something else with it, versus taking your paycheck, your hard-earned money, investing in it into this. At the time, nobody knew all that. Everybody was just trying to hop on the bandwagon as early as possible and quickly as possible and make money. There's just no telling what this. There's no guarantee that this is going to be $100,000 worth coin. I just can't see it. The financial markets, the stock market. Somebody show me where one stock is worth $500,000. Show me that it's worth $50,000 a stock. Somebody show me that. You're not going to show me that. I promise you, you're not. Nobody's going to tell me that this stock is worth anywhere near 30 grand. As a matter of fact, I think every single stock is less than 30 grand. I can't see where any stock on the stock market is worth more than 10 grand. I just can't see it. No. I'm pretty sure there might be one for Dow Jones or something like that, or S&P 500 or 1,000, whatever you want to freaking call it. I don't get into the financial market shit anymore. It's all a scam. So, what is the pros and cons of this? Obviously, let's recap. Only got 5 minutes left. You have buying all this equipment, buying all these little parts, buying the graphics cards. It is not worth it unless you're buying at least 5, at the minimal, 5 3090s. Don't buy 3090 Ti's. Don't buy anything higher than just a base model of a 3090. Again, MSI is not the thing that you want to mine with. MSI is what you want to probably play games on. Very good graphics card, stays cool all the time. Graphics cards on MSI are just straight up rock solid good graphics cards for doing digital art and other things other than mining. Your other brand cards, Gigabyte, I can't really say too much about Asus or Zotac. Zotac really sucks. Zotac should just throw in the towel about with graphics cards. They're not that great. But Asus cards, Gigabyte cards, HP cards, most of your PC manufacturers have gotten into the graphics card, making their own graphics cards. It's really great. But I haven't really seen a Dell 3090 at all here recently. I've seen the 2070s in Dell, HPs in 2070s, but those graphics cards are really good to mine with. As far as making 47 hash. 3090 cards are making like 110 right off the rip without overclocking. 108 to 110. We'll just say that. That's twice. That's 2.5. That's basically two 2070s and one 1050 Ti. That's basically, you got your 4 to 6 mega hash on the 1050, and you got 47 each on 2070s. So literally, if you were to buy one graphics card of 3090, you would be in the ballpark of what it costs to run 3 of those graphics cards, the two 2070s and one 1050 Ti. So yeah, it's honestly not even worth it. Paying the price to sit there and mine. If you're going to be mining, it's not worth buying any of those additional cards unless you're getting it from somebody who doesn't want it anymore, etc., whatever. So, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Do a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't, do a thumbs down. I don't care. Because I'm not in it to make money like these other guys here. These guys are getting paid to put YouTube videos on there. I'm not getting paid. So, So, what do I care if you give me a thumbs down or a thumbs up? I don't. But I appreciate you looking, and appreciate you doing this whole video with this 15 minutes. So, I really do appreciate you guys, again, coming by and subscribing and liking the video. I honestly just don't think that it's worth investing into a mining rig at this particular time or anything. Now, I would say if you're a gamer and you just bought a 2070 or you just bought a 3090, I will say that mining now would be a good time to help pay off that graphics card in the short term. It would help to get $5 a day running that card, and hoping that the market goes up enough to where it would pay it off to help out paying off the graphics card. And that's the only thing that I would recommend to you gamers. Now, is it safe? Yes. I will tell you that it is safe to do it, to at least mine with it, as long as you don't overclock it to the maximum potential. Make the $5 a day, be done with it, don't overclock it, and you can turn it off at any given time, adjust the settings back down or up or whatever, which way you want to do it, and then go from there. But honestly, that's the only reason why I would tell you guys to mine Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever it is that you want to mine with.